God. Then you come, you want to make offering. Oh, go to orphanage and go give some money. So that that's the way of life of an unbeliever, including those that advise you to say, go and make a tithe so that God will forgive you. Does God need money to forgive your sin? Or go and pay and do an offering in a motherless baby or an orphanage or donate to a charity or on a cause or something so that the door will open for you. Does God take a bribe to bless you? The word of somebody who does not know who his father is. Who told you that you can go and do all kinds of crime, kill people, and do all kinds of things you are doing, and then you come and then you say you give 30 million to a church so that then that your sin may be forgiven? That's foolishness. Somebody who doesn't know God and how God operates think that because you gave the money, then will somebody absolve you from such a sin? Give 10 million, 1 million, this, that, do that. Oh, because you give money, and therefore nobody will be able to see that you are a bad man. And then all the bad things you have done will just be forgiven. God do not take bribe. Deuteronomy 10, verse 17. You can bribe God. You cannot bribe God. By your thanksgiving, then things, there you go, you give thanksgiving. So that God will forgive and forget how you got the money to come and give to God or to donate. Who told you God accept? God does not accept such an offering and such thanksgiving. That's why sometimes some people will call me, they want to do an thanksgiving and say, what are you thanking God about? And your life is not straight. And then you don't live it right. You have not changed your life. And you want me, I say, no, I don't want to be part of it. Don't bring me into confusion with conflict with God. Whatever you are doing and how you keep your money, find somewhere else you want to do that, but I don't want to be part of it. And so should all the soldiers. Because a gift you give to God must come from a heart that is pure, righteous. Does it mean that you have no sin? Everybody sins, but you know what you're supposed to do and how you're supposed to live your life in order to be an acceptable sacrifice unto God. You have grudge in your heart against everybody. You're doing all kinds of atrocity, but you want to go and give an offering unto God. God will not accept it. Matthew chapter 5, verse 23 to 26. It's not acceptable. Get out of my altar. Don't come near me. Don't call my name. The Lord said. Those that like to use the name of God in vain. Even in their suffering, they call upon the name of God and make mockery of God. They have forgotten that Joseph himself was a slave, was suffering. But it didn't cost God. He did so with joy in his heart, trusting his Father and his God, that he set a stage for him to be great. He was living a normal life, cheerfully, working very hard for his master, doing what he was asked to do. Does that mean that he justifies slave? No. For those that think so or use that. But we are saying that even in your pain, in your suffering, be grateful. God may be preparing you for something great. Because you can see from Genesis, from chapter 41 to 50, you will see how that brought Joseph to become next to Pharaoh. Even the princes had to submit to him. Because of what? The world recognizes his relationship with God. As a leader and a politician who has a relationship with God and lived well, that Pharaoh, the king, could trust him with his kingdom. He was straight. His intent is clear. His interest is clear. His life is clear. There is transparency in his life. A good life. A quality life. That even the king could trust him with his own wife. His own family, his household. He rules over all of them. And then you have politicians. They come and use the name of God in order to get the vote, to get people to support them, and they do whatever they want to do. That's an example of a politician that has a fear of God. And you can go and look also, someone like Daniel. their blessing that was poured upon him, they did not see them as enemy to the state to be able to attack and destroy their establishment and their life. Rather than they were blessed and uplifted up, as the word of God have said. These are people that say they are Christians and they are believers and they fear God. I'm going to give you some scriptures that you are going to read, because I don't know if we can get to every one of them. And I give you some scriptures. Let's start from the book of John, 1 John chapter 4, verse 20. I see 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 16. Act as free men and do not use your freedom as a covering for evil, but use it as a bond slaves of God. You have a freedom to run for an office, to be elected into the office, to become a bond slave of God, not to cover evil and wickedness like many of you and many people and many politicians do. And that was 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 16. And in 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 20, if someone says, I love God and hates his brother, he is a liar. For the one who does not love his brother whom he has seen cannot love God whom he has not seen. And this commandment we have from him, that the one who loves God should love his brother also. 1 John chapter 4, verse 20. Do you love your brother? Are you a born servant of God, or are you covering evil and wickedness? And you claim to be a believer in God and a child of God. No, you are not. You are definitely not. And you cannot possibly love God.